That's what I wanted to add. They are, and we'll continue, they're sucking the youth in, and the Army said this, as you know, decades ago, declassified in 2000 in February. They said, we're going to use hype, video games, culture to literally get the young people to want to be wireheads, and then they'll rebel against mom and dad and say, hey, there's a law, I'm allowed to be augmented. And then the Washington Post admits that the corporations are getting the children ready to rebel, the teenagers, to take the augmentation. And then now one of the most famous video game company owners and inventors came out and said, yeah, soon you'll need to be augmented with chips in your body to even play our game. And the young people are already in their Sims reality. They're, 20 million people in World of Warcraft. This is their reality. And so they're already being inserted into it. And the Army said, we're going to use Xboxes now, the very platform to have the teenagers fly our Predator drones. And so they'll just sit there having fun, dehumanizing, killing people, playing real games on an Xbox platform, hooked into the Predator drones. And then now they're at the malls with these huge video game displays. The Army, that's in the news today, all over the country, showing them simulated battle attacks or recordings of it, of real attacks, to teach them how much fun it is to be involved. They're piloting the robotic craft, and the entire military, by 2012 with the aircraft, the attack craft is converting into drones. And then, of course, the humans are phased out because a tiny elite can then program the entire military apparatus that is serviced in these giant aircraft carrier-sized, land-based, ground-based, air-based repair centers that are robotic, with basic human technicians that upkeep it, to where the elite can just punch a button and launch giant attacks against countries, and it won't matter if the troops even said no. So literal godlike powers now being ceded into the hands of the elite. Alan Watts, stay there. We're going to come back and get into the carbon footprint, the social youth brigades that are going to be in all your homes, just the absolute enslavement.
Alex Jones here with a question. What does humidity mean to you? Most people think of hot and sticky summer days, but many people are beginning to realize that humidity can be a valuable source of pure drinking water. That's why I'd like you to visit acolablue.com. Acola Blue is a state-of-the-art atmospheric water generator, producing purified drinking water from the humidity in the air, using reverse osmosis and a 5-stage carbon and UV light filtration system, which produces great-tasting water at an unbeatable price. Finally, drinking water that you control. I use one every day. Say goodbye to expensive water delivery services and storing 5-gallon bottles of water in your home. The Acola Blue 28 is shipped right to your home, ready to make close to 7 gallons a day, right out of the box. They have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Call Acola Blue right now at 866-585-4044. That's 866-585-4044. Or visit Acola Blue at ECOLOBLUE.com today.
A day unlike any other in the long course of American history, a terrorist act of war against this country.
The enemy struck America on September 11th. But who is the enemy?
Bin Laden. This is his M.O.
We have to look to the Middle East. We have to look to Osama bin Laden.
Fabled Enemies is the first 9/11 film to take a close look at the terrorist ties to intelligence networks inside the United States.
Some U.S. investigators believe that there are Israelis again very much engaged in spying in and on the U.S.
I'm aware that some Israeli citizens have been detained.
Bin Laden's connections to the CIA, the hijackers' ties to the FBI, the Saudi Arabian connection, the Israeli intelligence network, warnings and war games, the shadow government, and much, much more. Fabled Enemies. Get the DVD at Infowars.com or see it in super high quality, along with hundreds of other titles at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists.
With food prices soaring to all-time highs, as the dollar continues to fall in value, what can you and your family do to guarantee that fresh, nutritious vegetables will make it to your dinner table? Garden in a Can. Garden in a Can is your source for premium, long-term storable seeds. Garden in a Can is ready when you are. Plant them now or store them for when you really need them. There are 16 large, hermetically sealed, non-hybrid, open-pollinated packets of seeds, along with detailed planting instructions sealed in a can for ultimate long-term protection. Garden in a Can. It's that simple, fresh, healthy, easy. Only $69.95 for over a half acre of safe, fresh vegetables, ready when you are. Stop procrastinating and start preparing with Garden in a Can. For more details, visit gardeninacan.com today. That's gardeninacan.com or call 866-598-7396. 866-598-7396.
Pienso que un sueño parecido no volverá más. Y me pintaba las manos y la cara de azul. Y de provisa el viento rápida me debo.
I'm sorry to some out there who are laughing at us right now, who've been neutralized psychologically by the controllers. Because your own false identity that you've had constructed for you is what you believe is your intellect or your being is a false construct, so you can't go against who you believe you are. You have to deny what we're saying. It's all documented because you feel like your own enslavement is your soul. That's very sad because we need to try to avert this. We need to try to reverse this. We have a limited window in time, in my opinion, to reverse what's happening. Alan Watt, digressing for a moment, do you think we are in that limited window? I mean, and I want to get into solutions later, and then B, continuing with the phasing out of humanity.
I think we're well underway. We didn't know that we were being sterilized until the reports came out. The reports I've had for 50 years started to leak out. So we get the news 50 years later. This is how things are done. We're the last to be told any truth, or at least even the effects of the truth. And they're well on their way to their objective. We're watching them go through this financial nonsense. This is the power of the purse, the last thing to be used to unite the whole planet. And because we're all on the one economic system, we know no other way. This is all we've been given. This is all we can remember for a couple of thousand years. Then there seems to be no way out of it. So the power of the purse is going to force everyone along into the next phase of control. Money is used, remember, mainly as a tool by the elite. They don't need money. They already own everything technically. They don't have to carry cash with them or even credit cards. Doors open wherever they go. But money is the trick to control the people and to get us to work along with their system, for their system. Eventually, they won't even need that. But part of the phase on the way to the elimination of money for their brave new worlds will be a credit system that will come in for every citizen. And Bertrand Russell talked about this back in the 1950s, where the government, in collusion with the banks, will directly give you into your account every week a deposit which you cannot save up. So it starts at the same figure every Monday. And if you go against the system, you don't behave in a certain way, whatever, they will hold back your credits, you can't pay your rent, and so on. And this is going to be used as a form of social control. So we see with this present government bank merger system that's coming in, that's right on with the agenda, and the government will eventually be right into your account, and they will use it as a tool to control you. If you've been a bad boy, no more money for a few weeks until you bend the knee. And this is coming in, and I'm certain this is what's going to come out of this whole globalized monetary system they're bringing in right now.
And again, they create all the crises. They release the biological agents, then they offer the solution. They engineer the economic crisis, they offer the solution. They slip in the Chinese slave goods out of China, and then they say, okay, we passed a law that nobody in America can weave clothes for their children, and we're banning any production in textiles in the U.S. or anywhere else unless it's certified by the government, which then knocks out all the good clothes made properly to where we can only have the GMO cotton and the bad stuff from India and China. I mean, it's all happening, and we see them raiding watermelon farms that are selling watermelons, or raiding people selling milk, or raiding people selling eggs. They're obsessed with shutting down any grassroots, agrarian, self-sufficient societies, which shows that's one of their weak points, isn't it?
It is one of the weak points, indeed, yes.
Back in 70 seconds, Alan, let's talk about that and talk about solutions and things we can do to fight this. And I want to get into chemtrails with you and our carbon footprint, how that's going to be controlled. And then we'll go to your phone calls, ladies and gentlemen. Final hour, straight ahead.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
Our beloved republic is on her knees. The forces of globalism are destroying national sovereignty worldwide. But in liberty's darkest hour, there is hope. For the first time in modern history, the people are beginning to wake up. It is essential that patriots worldwide accelerate their fellow man's understanding of the New World Order master plan. We have a short time frame to fully awaken and energize the people to meet this threat. In the info war, PrisonPlanet.tv is a powerful weapon in the battle to regain our freedom. PrisonPlanet.tv is a vault of forbidden information. All 18 of my documentary films can be downloaded or streamed in super high quality directly to your computer or iPhone and shared with others. Thousands of special video reports, from tainted vaccines to martial law, can be found in this online video library. My weekly news television broadcast, thousands